Hello guys, my name is Tesby and you're welcome to my channel. If you are new here, thanks so much for watching my video. I'm so grateful to you all. And if you are familiar already, you guys are the real MVPs. Thank you so much for constantly watching my videos. So today I'm going to be sharing my biggest April Fool prank ever. So for those of you who don't know what April Fool is usually done on the 1st of April, and it's just you pranking somebody basically. So what you do is like you can tell somebody, you just prank somebody, and then when the person falls for your prank, you're like, oh, April Fool, like, yeah, an April Fool, that's just it. So it's something that they do every April 1st. And when I was growing up, I used to do it because my daddy does it too. So that's basically what April Fool is. And then like I said, I'm going to be sharing my biggest April Fool prank ever. So it was actually last year, April 1st. So before that time, actually the best way to do an April Fool prank is to start cooking it up before the day itself, because most likely if you tell me something on April 1st that sounds unbelievable, my first guess would be, oh, it's April Fool, like you're trying to prank me. But when you start building it up, like maybe 2 days before that time, the person will most likely want to believe. So what happened was, like last year, like 3 days to April 1st, you know, I just felt like, okay, let me prank my friends, because in my neighborhood, then I was still in Nigeria, I had friends in the neighborhood, and those periods were periods that I was still trying to like process traveling out, like studying abroad. But then I wasn't sure yet if I was going to be, you know, studying abroad and everything, because it hadn't come true, plus I had other things doing, like I just wasn't sure yet. However, like I was on it. So I had like 2 friends in my street, they are guys, and I usually go to their house to use their laptop to do interviews with professors, or even to do GRE mock exam and everything. I never told them personally that, oh, I plan on traveling out or something, but they could guess because of course I use their laptop. So what happened was, like 3 days to April 1st, I just decided to prank one of them, and I was like, hey, you know, I told him that that I want to tell you something, don't tell anybody. So I'll be traveling out next tomorrow. That next tomorrow is supposed to be April 1st. So I was like, I'll be traveling out next tomorrow, I'll be leaving the country next tomorrow, and all of that. I mean, like I said, then I wasn't even sure yet if I was going to be traveling out or anything. Like, it was actually a prank, obviously. So I was like, I'll be traveling out like next tomorrow, you know. I just said I should tell you, so that it looks like I didn't tell you. I'm so sorry, I'm just telling you, I should have told you things and all. And obviously the guy didn't believe me, because it's normal, like if you come and tell me you're traveling out tomorrow, and I was like, like nobody will believe you get. So the guy didn't believe me, and he was like, oh, it's me you're trying to prank. I'd be like, of course his mind didn't go to April Fool, because like I said, it was 2 days to April Fool, 3 days, I can't remember. So he was like, it's me you're trying to prank, Abby. And then I was like, I'm serious. I was like, actually I should have told you things, but I wanted to get my visa first before telling you. And you know, last week was my visa interview, and then I got my visa last week. So, and you know the way Nigeria is, you know, you don't tell people things. Like, in fact, I wanted to leave for broadcasting, but I felt like you guys are my G, I have to tell you and everything. And obviously he still didn't believe, and I'm like, okay, you don't have to believe, but I just now have told you that I'll be leaving the country next tomorrow and all of that. And then, you know, the next day I felt like, okay, this guy didn't really fulfill my prank. So I called my younger sister. My younger sister and his younger sister are friends. They are friends. Why me and him were friends, you understand? So I called my younger sister, and I told her about the prank I was doing, and then she was like, oh, she would love to be part of it, that she's going to go to their house now to tell the sister the same thing, you know, tell the sister that, oh, like my sister is traveling out and everything and all, you know, just to make it more believable and everything. So she went to their house. And then she told her friend that, there's this thing I want to tell you, please don't tell anybody. In fact, my daddy must not know that I'm telling you, they must not know at home that I'm telling you, because they said we should not tell anybody yet, blah 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 blah. Guess what, Sister Tosin will be traveling out tomorrow, she's leaving the country, you know, and all of that. You know, obviously now I'm now in US, and then it all makes sense. But trust me, as I then, like, I wasn't even planning on like, not that I wasn't planning, but then I wasn't sure I was going to be traveling out as a then. So then it made like more sense as a prank. Now you're like, oh, but you actually traveled out. But just imagine, like, as at that time I wasn't actually sure I was going to be traveling out and everything. So it was like, don't tell anybody, you know. And the girl was so excited. So also out of excitement, you know, she just like, she was, are you serious? She's traveling out. And I know why she was shouting. Then the mother was in the kitchen, and then she kind of like invited, and then she came and then she was like, what's up? And then she was like, Kemi's sister is traveling out tomorrow. She's going to US. Blah, 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 blah. And then the mother was like, are you serious? Are you serious? You guys are not pranking me right now? And then, you know, my sister was scared because, of course, it was a prank, but we didn't intend to prank the parents, like they're adults, you understand? So at that point, my sister was already like, her name is Kemi. She was like, hey, homo, but she didn't talk. The sister of that my friend was like, yes, that this is her sister, like this is Kemi. Kemi came to tell me now that she's traveling out, her sister is traveling out and all of that. And her mommy was so excited, and her mommy ran to the brother's room. I already told the brother a day before, which he didn't actually really believe me. So the mother now ran to the brother's room together with the sister, like 3 of them went to the brother's room, and then they were like, mother was like, did Tesibi tell you that she's traveling out? Because Itunu is saying that, Itunu is the youngest, Itunu is saying that she's traveling out, Tesibi tell you that she's traveling out. And then the brothers, like, they were like, she actually mentioned it yesterday. So, you know, that was actually what made them believe, because like I said, they didn't believe initially, but you know, now hearing it from another person entirely, like hearing from my younger sister and their mom, they believed instantly. And then not knowing that the mom also came for confirmation, because mom knew that, okay, if I'll be traveling out, there's no way the guys won't be aware about it. Mom was like, did she tell you that she'll be traveling out? And then they were like, yes, she actually told us yesterday. And then mom was like, you must escort her to the airport too, you know, she's your friend, you guys must escort her to the airport too, and everything. And then she was already making plans, like all of them were planning on, should we charter car, or like, you know, how they're going to escort me to the airport and everything and all of that. And then my sister knew that, okay, we've passed our boundary, because how will you tell the mom that April Fool, you understand? The younger sister, which is my own sister's friend, she has like a fashion store, so she sells clothes, shoes and everything. And then she was already planning, you know, she picked a new cloth, she cut off the label, and then she was like, this is what I'm going to wear, you know, I have to wear new clothes to escort your sister to the airport. I must follow her to the airport, I must escort her to the airport. And then she picked a new clothes, picked a new sneakers, and all. She was like, my sister should buy clothes now. And then she now packed some clothes, like some new set of clothes, you know, on the, like pajamas, jeans, different type of clothes. And then she was like, I give it to Tesibi, like I feel like you know, she's moving, so she has to like change her wardrobe, so give it to her, like let me give it to her and everything. And then new clothes too. Me, I was at home, that none was going on. That's how my sister came back, and then she was like, she now gave me all the gist, like matter don't pass as we plan, and that the parents are now involved and everything. And then she's now even scared, because she knows that the parents will, like, she's kind of strict, so she'll be kind of like offended knowing that we pranked her or something like that. So she was like, she was like, hey, I didn't know what I'm going to do. Like, she was really scared at me, so I was scared, because I'm like, so I'm not supposed to go this way. Like, the intention was just to prank my friend and your friends. So she brought clothes for me now, like, Itunu said I should give you these clothes, like, no, you have to change your wardrobe. And no, I'm like, hey, Omo, she gave me new clothes and everything, and I was just like, okay, this is beyond what I intended. You know, they're already talking about escorting me to the airport and everything. And you know, my daddy heard about it. My dad was mad at us. He was like, it doesn't even make sense to use that kind of thing as a prank, like, because you don't even know if you are leaving the country yet or something. Like, it just wasn't like comfortable with the idea, like he just wasn't happy about it and all. So the problem was now, okay, how we're going to go back to tell them, and the parents especially, like that, because the thing was already spreading, like people in the neighborhood were already hearing that Tesibi is traveling out tomorrow. No, the thing escalated so fast, like Tesibi is traveling out tomorrow and everything. And then I was like, how are we going to now tell them that, okay, so it's just a prank, you know, I'm not traveling out or something. Like, I felt like that escalated. So I was not thinking, okay, what should I do? Because it was actually a very big issue. I was like, what should I do? You know, I told some of my friends about it. Some of them were like, I should run away from Omo. Like, I should run away from Omo. Some were like, you know, like I didn't even know what to do. I didn't know how to tell them that it was a prank and like that, because the thing kept spreading and spreading and spreading. At first I was like, okay, should I just leave this neighborhood and maybe I was like, I'm going to put everything on my sister's head, like, should we don't sort it out? Because I didn't say that to make it that way, like we didn't mean to make it spread like that. Do you understand? So the next day, which was April 1st, that was not supposed to be traveling out. The younger sister, she actually went out like that morning because she texted me a night before. She was like, congratulations and all of that. Did you see the clothes and shoes I sent? Because you know we have to start wearing new things and everything and all of that. So the next day, of course, she had an appointment. She had a place she was supposed to go to. So, but she already asked my sister that what time are we leaving for the airport. We told her, I think we told her 1 p.m. or something, I can't remember. So she went to, you know, she went to do something, I can't remember. And then when it was like 12, she had to ask for permission where she went to. She had to leave the place because she needed to, like, you know, she does not want to miss, you know, escorting me to the airport and everything. So she ran home and then she went to change and all of that. And then they came, like the elder brothers and the younger sister, they came, you know, to escort me obviously. And then when they entered our compound, I knew they had entered the compound, so I was not shouting to my sister that, hey, bring my box, bring my box, let's go, time has come, we need to get to the airport. So they were hearing my voice like from afar. They're like, oh, they're already leaving. And then they came in and then I just came out. I was just putting on short. I hadn't even had my bath and I was like, sorry, is April Fool? I was like, sorry, is April Fool? That is a prank and everything. They looked at me like, really? No, at that point I was just like, I'm just going to tell the children that it's April Fool. So they should sort out how they're going to tell their parents that, oh, it was a prank, because I'm not going to face their parents. I can't face their parents, tell them that it was a prank. I tell them that it was April Fool. The brother was like, that he didn't believe before that, but you know, after my sister came over to their house and then she said the same thing that they believe. In fact, they were already telling me that, you know, when you get, you know, they're already telling me different stuff. They really believe. So it was like, that also made them believe and everything. The other sister was like, and then the reason why it was easy for them to believe was because even though I never told them that I was going to be traveling out sometime, like someday, they kind of knew that I was processing it, because like I said, I used to use their laptop because I didn't have a laptop then. So I used to use their laptop to, you know, do meeting with professors and all of those things. So they kind of knew that I was processing something like that. So they felt like, oh, you know, most time in Nigeria, especially when I'm traveling out, you don't like procrastinate. So they felt like it makes sense that they are just doing at this time. But then it was a prank. Like I said, everything makes sense now, because now, like, I've actually traveled out. But then, like I said, I was even sure I was going to travel out. So obviously when I told them and everything, you know, they were disappointed and all of that, and they went back home. And I avoided going to their house for like 2 weeks, because usually I used to go to their house like almost every day. I avoided going to their house like for like 2 weeks because I didn't want to face the parents and all of that. So later, I finally went to their house. And you know, when I went to their house, I saw the mom, and she saw me. And then guess what? She just busted into laughter. And she just started laughing, and then she was like, do you know why I'm laughing? And then I was like, of course I know why you are laughing. And then she was laughing. She said she still can't believe it was a prank and everything. So that was like my biggest April Fool prank ever. Because like I said, I didn't know how to break the news that it was a prank. But I'm making this video now because it will be April 1st in few days time. You guys should start thinking of your April Fool prank. Like I said, if you want it to be more believable, start cooking it up, you know, 2 days before. Some of the things people do, they can go and lie to their friends that, guess what, I'm now engaged, or guess what, I've broken up my relationship or something. If you say it to me on April 1st, like, come on, that, oh, I broke up, I'll just be like, oh, it's April Fool, like, it's obvious. But if you tell me like 2 days before, my mind to even go to the fact that it's April 1st, and then, you know, just start cooking it up like maybe 2 days before, a day before, so that then you break news to them that it's April Fool on April 1st. That way it's more believable. So anyways, if you enjoyed my talk please like my video, share it, and like I said, if you bumped into my video, please don't leave without subscribing. Subscribe to my channel. My name is Tessy B, and I'm going to see you all in my next video. Bye.